So in this video, we're going to talk about what I have learned from taking more than 1200 plus sales call, and I want to give every single thing that I know about selling high ticket services and selling them on a Zoom call or on a Meet, right? So in this video, it will be a complete masterclass of sales, like how to actually sell people, how to sell your product or services in a very high ticket rate, and plus I'm going to give you some of the life experiences and the lessons that I've learned throughout taking more than 1200 plus sales, right? So the first thing that I'll tell you is sales is not about selling, or the skill of sales comes from the ability to solve people's problem, right? Because this is something that I have seen across a lot of people that they do when they're selling something, is they focus on the product, right? Because most of the first time founders also, they are really focused on the product, when the real entrepreneurs, the people who actually make a lot of money, actually focus on distribution, right? Distribution and sales. So when it comes to sale, when it comes, right, you have to understand your customer, you have to understand the problems of your customer. And I understand how much cliche it is to say this, and every single sales guru will tell you this, right? But I think a lot of people don't understand this, and they don't use it into their advantage, because they don't actually implement it in the sales call. And I have seen people, I have trained a sales team, right? So I know that it is very much hard to get that particular thing that you are not selling to the that to that particular person in your mind when you're actually into the sales call, right? Because that is a real thing. This is not in theory, that you will learn some stuffs about sales, you learn some theories about sales, and you can just close a lot of deals. It is a real time game. You have, the more you practice, the more you take sales call, the more you have conversation with people, the more you understand about psychology of human beings. And the more you understand about the psychology of human beings, you will be it will be very easier for you to close a lot of people, right? Now let's talk about for how to actually implement that thing into your business, into your mind, that yes, I want to help this person, not sell this person, right? So when it comes to selling, we have to first understand that there are thousands of sales script out there in the market, which you can which a lot of gurus will tell you that this is the best sales script that you can use to close high ticket clients, okay? But realistically, it is only a same set of framework that they follow in order to close the sale, in order to build. Basically, we build sales scripts. The basic reason of building sales script is to build sales teams, right? Because if we have a particular way, a particular method, or a particular journey through which we can take people, and through that journey they are actually closing, then that's how we basically document the process of sales, so that it could be replicable for all the team members that is in the sales team. If you don't believe me, just go and read the book, The Wolf. What was the name of the book of Jordan Belfort? The Way of the Wolf. Yes, the way of the Wolf. Go ahead and read that. You'll find that he made his sales script in order to build a sales team, right? So all the sales script that you see actually works because it follows a simple formula that I am also going to tell you today. That is not a big deal. But I'll tell you, more than sales script, the more important thing that you have to understand is you're going to go into a sales call in order to help that particular person. You don't need to close the people who you can't help, right? Sure, you will get a quick cash flow into the business. It will not attain retention, right? So that is the thing. We're building these agencies is all about building lifetime value. That's all that matters in agency. All of you guys are building this agency for like, oh, 20,000 I'm going to make you're just thinking small, man. Come on, you're just taking 20,000, 50,000 from people and just handling the ads, budget and everything, the social media post and everything. You don't understand how agencies are built. Agencies are built on lifetime value. For example, if I have a customer that will pay me for 1 year, and if I have a customer who I have a lifetime value, or maybe he will buy from me for 3 months, I'll definitely choose a person who is going to stay with me for 1 year, because it increases the lifetime value. And the more lifetime value you have inside of agency of your clients, the more sellable it is, the more high, like it's kind of like an asset, right? The more lifetime value that you have, the more evaluation that you get inside of your company when you're just going to sell it or exit it, right? So there are a hell lot of things that include inside of building agency and exiting agencies, right? When it comes to sales, it's all about asking the right question to the person. That is the best tip that I can give you about sales, is asking the right question to the person, right? So for example, sure, you should have a sales script that you practice every single, that through which you're going to take the customer from a journey, and then you are going to close them. But definitely, you should have the sales script so much remembered in your mind that you don't need the sales script in the call, right? And as you follow the sales script, don't follow the sales script mindlessly or like a robot, right? What you need to do is you need to memorize the sales script. That's it. Now, what you need to do is you need to actually get into an actual conversation with the person, and you should try your best in order to help them. For example, if a person comes, first thing that we do is we set the lead, that we set up the conversation, we set up the frame of the call. You can just normally ask them, hey, how are you doing, man, where you from, blah blah blah. And after that you can tell him that we have a short period of time because I have another call scheduled for this after this. So what we can do is we can just start the call as soon as possible. Let's get started. So something like, you can tell something like, I have limited time because I have another call schedule after this. What we can do is we can just get started with the call right now, and yeah, after that, I'll ask a couple of questions regarding your business, and if we basically get into a good fit, then we can go ahead with a clear yes or no. Make sense? So what you basically do in this particular setting the lead up is, or setting the frame is, you tell them that I'll ask a couple of questions to understand the situation, understand the situation. They understand that, okay, this guy is actually into understanding my situation. Don't tell like, I want to know your point A or I want to know your point B. That is something that they are telling about when you are learning something, right? Don't tell that shit. You need to just say that I want to ask a couple of questions to see where you at, so that I can tell you that if I can help you or not in any way, right? That is one thing. After you set the frame that yes, after I ask a couple of questions, I'll tell you if I can help you or not, and after that you can give me a clear yes or no. Don't want to waste your time, or I don't want to waste my time. You can, after telling you everything about my if we basically get into a good fit, then I'll tell you about my services, and if you think we should get started, we will be get started. Not maybe think about it, not now. I just need a clear answer, yes or no. That's it, right? This is how you build a set of frame for a people. The prospects will understand that yes, you are the authority and you are here to help them, right? And then just get started with questions and everything, right? Like, okay, how your business doing, what do you do basically? Okay, how you're getting clients? Okay, you mentioned that you are getting clients from cold outreach or DM. Can you elaborate that? Okay, like how much appointments you are booking through this? You have to keep it like this, right? You have to understand, when you are getting into a sales call, your tonality matters a lot. I can't tell you how much tonality matters, right? So it actually helps you to reduce the barrier or reduce the resistance of the prospect, right? For example, if they say, if I ask them that okay, you are getting maybe 10 appointments a month with your agency with cold DMs and emails. So tell me, like, are you getting quite a good amount of business from that? So he'll tell, oh no, man, I'm not getting any good amount of results, blah, blah, blah. Then you have to keep it on it like, I see. So have you tried any other stuff? Have you tried any other stuff in order to like fix this particular things, or have you tried anything else, man? So you have to keep your tonality, like you need to show them that you're curious to know about their situation. You're not like, okay, how many clients you have, then how many leads you're getting, how many appointments. That's robotic, man. Come on. If I want to get an AI in order to replace it, that's crazy, man. The AI can easily replace you, right? Yeah. No, this no. How many clients you're getting? How many leads? Come on, man. You're a human. You have to talk like a human. You have to present yourself like a human. You have to present yourself like you are literally trying to help them. Then what you do is, once you ask them about their problem, once you ask them about their actual desires that they want to get. For example, Rahul wants to get high quality appointments for his business, and his dream outcome is to get $200,000 a month. Okay. Now, what I basically do is, when you ask the problem, when you ask them the exact problem that they are facing, and ask them about what is the actual reason they are doing the things. Okay, when you have the core problem in your hands, now, let me tell you, how can you actually bridge, how can you actually position your services in order to get them from their current outcome to desired outcome? How to actually tell that? So, use this in your next sales call. Definitely, we're going to get a lot of sales from this. So, what you basically do is, okay, Rahul, I can see that you have been struggling with getting appointments for the past 6 months. And as you mentioned, if you keep going like this, your business is going to be a loss making business, right? And definitely, I can see that there are three things that we can implement. The first is a simple ad strategy that you can utilize in order to get appointments, a system that will automatically nurture all your leads, all your current audience that you have with the help of AI. And the third thing is, I'm going to give you a sales script that will convert people like crazy. So, if is this something that we will be interested in, and do you think this is the thing that will help you to get $200,000 a month that you told me that you want to reach? So, this is how you have to position yourself. You first get them to know about the problems and what will happen if the problems will continue. You have to get them into the head like, this is an actual problem. You have to increase the awareness that this is the actual fucking problem. You need to solve this, otherwise your business is going to be failed. So you need to get that pain out in their head, right? So you tell them that if they continuously do these things, then their business is going to be failed. And the only way they can use this, they can overcome this, is using three things. I generated curiosity. What are the three things? I told them this, and that told him, do you want and do you think that these things will actually help you in order to get to the desired outcome that he needs? For example, in this particular case, he wants to reach $200,000 a month. Okay, and I told him that, if you and do you think that these things will help you to get $200,000 a month? Then we get into the conversation of actually pitching our services, and then maybe he will tell like, I don't know, man, I have to see. That's like, uh, for example, he will tell like, I don't know, man, I have to like check what you guys are offering and everything. Then what you tell, definitely, man, I'm going to walk you through every single thing that you told me about. But by the way, I want to tell you, the situation that you are in, I guess four of our clients with the same needs are in the same situation. And in just 14 days, we implemented these three things into their business, and they are doing around $30,000 a month in just 15 days. So, what I'm going to tell you in the next maybe 5 minutes is going to completely change your business from end to end. So, is this something that you will be interested in, and is this something you really want in your business right now? And he will tell like, yes, man, I completely need the system into the business because my business is failing, blah 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 blah. So, what you tell is, exactly, man. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to walk you through every single system, and the cost of this will be XYZ. So let me know if you're comfortable in order to invest that particular amount to get you $200,000 a month in the next 90 or 180 days, right? So here he will either tell objection that, no, man, this is so much money. You can just walk out with the objection. I'll tell you how to handle the objection. Second, he will tell like, okay, I have this particular amount of money. Let's go ahead. Then what you do is, then when you actually explain the deliverables, he will actually going to buy. You have to just sell your deliverables so pretty good that he will feel like, man, he's giving a lot of value for free. With a guarantee, if you have a guarantee, that will be very much crazy. Like with a guarantee, then definitely he is going to be closed. You have to make it no brainer for the person who is actually getting into the sales call, and who should actually feel like this is the solution to their problem. This is the only solution to their problem. If they think like this, that's where you have become a good salesman in Zoom or in online high ticket sales. You're a good online high ticket salesperson, right? So, for example, they give an objection of I need to think about it. First, very important thing. First, you need to appreciate it or accept that. Yeah, completely understand, man. I completely understand the situation where you're coming from. It is a lot of money to think about it. Okay, you tell that. Okay, you accept that, and you just reframe. Just tell the sentence that they told again. Like for example, ki, okay, I completely understand, man. I understand that you need to think a little bit more about it. Then just reframe that with I'm just looking, just focused on the tonality that I'm using, right? You have to use this tonality. I'm not joking over here. I've closed thousands and thousands of dollars from online sales. Like this is what this is the micro things that matter in closing a sale. So you better keep these in mind and you better implement these into your sales call, right? So what you need to do is just accepted that okay man, I completely understand that you're having you need to think about it, but let me know, like do you need to think about, is this the price or is this the course or you're uncertain about course? You can be clear over here, man, so that you will save so that we can save your time and our time, right? Because definitely at the last you need to tell it, because definitely it is not the time that is going to help you to make the decision. It is the information that you need in order to take the decision, right? And the only source of information is me. So you can just ask me whatever you want. Then comes the real objection. A lot of people might say no, I don't have the money for that, right? Now what you need to do is very first point, accept that I understand, man, where you're coming from. You don't have have that much of funds right now, but money aside, use this, right? But money aside, man, can you tell me, like, is there anything else in your mind, uncertainty regarding the program or guarantee, or what is in your mind, right? You have to just ask that, right? From a The tonality should be like concerned. You are concerned about them. So just tell me, like, are you uncertain about the thing? Something like this, right? Yeah. Then they tell the real objection that, oh my gosh, maybe I'm uncertain about this thing, and I need to know if I'm going to get the results. I don't know if I have a guarantee. Then you can just cover that underlying objection. For example, if they don't have they want a guarantee, you can give a refund guarantee. That is a very easy objection to handle. And if they don't have confidence, let me tell you how, or they don't have a conviction on them, like how believe that they can't get the most out of the program. This is what most of the people think, and let me tell you how you can handle this objection. You will tell them, right? So Rahul, example, okay. So Rahul, tell me, you mentioned that you don't have the confidence in order to get the results that you want. So tell me, man, where this particular mindset have kept you stuck for the last 1 to 6 months, right? And you desperately want to get your business to $100,000 a month, because you mentioned that you have XYZ family issues or something, the deep problem that they told about in the starting of the call, right? And do you then just tell them that, do you think that keeping the things like this will help you in any way possible, right? Then just reframe that what will be your perspective on that, right? For example, Rahul, if I tell you honestly, man, if I was in your situation, I would have got the money from somewhere that I can trust, and I will just put that money, because this system will will genuinely help you to will genuinely help you to close a lot of more clients, to get you to $100,000 a month. You have to connect that particular dream outcome into the sales call, right? You have to the two things that you have to play around is the pain they have and the dream they have. That is the only two things that you have to play around in order to close the sale, right? So you just reframe that and you just tell them that they will get in the head. Come on, man. I've been wasting a lot of fucking time. I need to make these things happen. I need to make my family proud. You have to get these things out in sales called the family problems, or maybe these are some underlying motivations or underlying triggers that you can utilize in order to close the sale, because ultimately we're helping them, right? Ultimately we're helping them to get a transformation from X to Y, right? We're going to help them to make more money. We're going to help them to build a team. We're going to help them to uh, have a have a lot of time with their family, right? So that is what we're targeting around, and we are just making them, or maybe we are just helping them. Let me put it this in this way, right? We are just helping them to make the best decision for them. This is the mindset that you need. We are just helping them to make the best decision for them. That's why we tell them, like, if you keep working like this, what will happen? If you keep the mindset like this, what will happen, right? and one and one more thing that I'll tell you, the experience that I have, that you need to break a lot of beliefs of people, because a lot of people are not ready to buy these kind of high ticket services. You need to break a lot of beliefs in the sales call, like they have about confidence, like they have about money, like they have about anything, right? You have to tell them, you have to tell them the truth, that if you're going to be scared of money, you're not going to make any money, right? The only people who make a lot of money is the people who spend a lot of money. That is true. You'll not see like people who are saving, not investing. I'll tell you about the people who are obsessed with saving, not the investors are doing a pretty good job, right? But the people who are obsessed with saving the money only and getting it on FD or something like that, come on, man, I'll rather blow that money away, right? Because I I have confidence in myself that I'll make that particular amount in maybe a week, a month. So it's not a big deal for me ever to spend money, right? So yeah, that is what I want to tell you about sales, and hope you guys will implement these things or lessons that I learned throughout my 4 years of uh, getting into the sales, getting into the agency, getting into consulting and everything. And I put every single thing that I learned over the years in my YouTube channel. And if you need, you can just subscribe to my channel. And if you need my help, any kind of help, then you can check the description. I have multiple things for you. And yeah, I'll catch you in another video.